All right, great. Thank you.
No
All
problem.
right. This meeting will be replayed via Xfinity Channel 8 or High Definition 1072. It may also be accessed via the Government Access Channel live video on demand archives on the Town of Barnstable website. I'll do roll call, but make sure everybody has their cameras on.
Yes, please.
Let's see. Eric Arbogiev, Maddie Boyle.
Here.
Megan Garthy. Daniel Gomes. Shalonda Grant. Piper Hunt.
Here.
Jaden Jeffries.
Here. And I'll turn my camera on in a second. I'm just changing out of a suit I got for prom.
Okay. Flynn Cajun here. Sophie Macknick. Connor O'Reilly.
Here.
Lake O'Reilly.
Here.
Michaela Stanfel.
Here.
Mary Steinelber.
Here.
Noah, and will you also tell me how to say your last name?
I'm here. It's Lyonnaise.
Okay. And then Nate Ludke.
That was perfect. Mint. I'm here.
Great. All right. And would anyone like to make a motion to act on the minutes of not April 8th, because that was not real meeting.
April 9th.
April, but we didn't have
Oh,
a
we
quorum.
didn't. Right. So yeah. We just
I think it was March 26th.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's-
right.
So would anyone like to make a motion to act on the minutes of March 26th?
I make a motion to act on the minutes of March 26th, Mary Steinhelber.
I second that, Lake O'Reilly.
Great. We just have to vote now. So Maddie Boyle,
Yes.
Shalonda Grant, Piper Hunt,
Yes.
Jaden Jeffries,
Yes.
Flynn Cajun, yes. Connor O'Reilly,
Yes.
Lake O'Reilly,
Yes.
Michaela Stanfel,
Yes.
Mary Steinelber,
Yes.
Noah Lyonnaise,
Yes.
and Nate Ludke.
Yes.
Great. Any public comment? Yes, no.
I don't see anyone in the room.
Okay.
Trying to get in.
First is the youth summit. So those of you who know the extent of that, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, I'll start off with the two problems, and hopefully we'll have some answers too. One, the first problem being, just found out yesterday that the BIS spring concert is the night of the 23rd, which means they have dress rehearsals that day. So they're going to have kids have to go to the high school during the summit. So it's going to be kind of a logistical nightmare. So I'm waiting to hear back from the principal what exactly that means, how many kids it's going to be, and how it's all going to work. But just found out about this yesterday. Okay. The second one being, I got a very strange email from Mr. Case over school vacation week, where he said a lot of the clubs have been talking about the youth summit, and they're like, it's not a great day for them to do it for some reason, and they're not sure if anyone's going to actually sign up to go. So
Yeah, I just found out today that it is us as seniors our last day that day, and that's probably why. I thought it was on the 24th, which is why I didn't say anything earlier, but we do not have school on the 24th. So, yeah,
Is it too late to possibly change the day?
that's what I was gonna say as well.
I mean, I can ask, but I have to see if the speakers are available and stuff like that, and then we have to figure out about the clubs and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's just
And isn't
I know there's a lot of people who do I've seen the BIS concert, and it's like a large majority of the students, I would say, do.
Isn't the week before that the last week of AP exams too?
Well, that was the reason why we didn't pick the first date. Their first date we picked was I think it was May 4th. I think it was that Friday, and whatever that, and that wasn't good for you guys because of AP exams. Or I can't remember what the date was, but the first day we picked, you guys said it wouldn't work because of AP exams. And now
Probably May 3rd. Yeah, that was Friday.
Yeah. So now we locked into this date on the 23rd, and it seems to be kind of falling apart on us. So I don't know what to do right now.
Is it possible that we could push it to June?
After the seniors are gone,
I mean,
We
yeah,
grab-
we could just come back, I think. I'm sure people would still volunteer because it's like an event.
yeah.
And
I
we could
guess-
also get NHS hours for that, possibly. We could, if people, because that would motivate more people to sign up, I'm sure, for clubs.
Has Miss Kolachek responded?
No, she never responded to my email, so. But I think we can work it out with peer leaders, so.
So then I got all right. All right. So I guess the biggest thing now is going to be to talk to the principal at BIS.
Can I just say something super quick?
Shoot.
I'm worried that if we do it after the seniors leave, like the seniors that do the clubs are just not going to show up because they're going to be like, I'm already done with school.
Yeah,
Like I
that's my
understand that the youth commission seniors might show up, but like the peer leaders ones might just not show up.
yeah, that's my fear too. To be honest with you, it's like, I mean, this is becoming less and less an ideal to do on the 23rd. But like, I honestly don't know what to do right now. I'm like so like confused on what's going on. Like I emailed Mr. Case for a better understanding of what was going on the 23rd, and then like because I looked at the school schedule and there was a softball game, but there was a lacrosse game. There was nothing on, so I was very confused on that part.
They generally do a lot of events for seniors on the last day. There's like the senior countdown. I mean, I've never been a senior before, so I don't know exactly what else. But I know they have like there's like a field day. I don't know if that's on the last day or if that's like during the week. But
Is there any way we
I'm
could
not sure.
avoid senior week? Like, could we do it the week before that? Because we did it the week before this week last year, right? And we found a way to make it work.
yeah, the only problem with that would be AP exams. But I
Yeah.
think doing it over AP exams would probably be preferable to what's going on the 23rd.
The only day the week before that I wouldn't be able to do would be the 16th because I have AP bio. But if you have to do it that day, it's fine.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Piper, what were you saying?
My computer had like cut out. So what's the second problem with the original date? You guys
The
like froze on my end.
The first problem was that the BIS concert. The second one was there's turns out it's the last day for seniors at Barnstable High School. So Mr. Case was very concerned about us getting enough students to come over and do the club part of the summit. So yeah, that's what the second part is. So we're just figure out what's the best thing to do.
Are we worried about like AP exams affecting us or like all of us, including the peer leaders too?
everyone.
Because
Everyone.
I'm sure
Does-
we could find a day that like all of us don't have an AP exam, and I'm sure like a majority of them wouldn't have one either.
Well, a lot of the juniors take 2 to 5, probably 2 to
Yeah, I
7
mean, like,
APs.
I'm in 3, and I know Maddie's in 3 too, I think. And so like we could probably find a way to figure it all out like we did last year.
A lot of the classes for juniors that are spread across different days. Like me, I
Yeah.
have 5 AP exams, so I have one every day. So I wouldn't be able to do that.
Like that week.
You have
can't
one
do it.
every day that week. Yeah.
I think so. Either
'Cause I
every
know
day or every
mine-
day but one.
Mine
I
are
have
the
5
9th, the
exams.
10th, and the 14th, and after that I'd be fine. And I know like I don't know which ones you guys take, but we could try to figure something out like the 21st or something.
It'd be
Yeah, like
difficult.
whatever the Friday is too.
Well,
Or,
the
like,
Friday,
Friday before that.
the 24th. Oh, you mean the Friday before the 16th?
Yeah.
The 17th. No. Yeah, the 17th would be the Friday before.
I think that would be a good day to try for. I don't know what AP exams are going on, but
I couldn't do the 17th because I have AP Physics exam, but um, I mean, like, if you have to do it without me.
Okay. All right. All right. So I guess where we got to go from here, like, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, is we have to reach out to, I have to reach out to the speakers, which I can text Kevin Rosario tonight and see if he's available on the set, if he can move to the 17th. I will call Robert Hackison tomorrow and see if he's on the 17th, but I have to talk to the school first, Jason Cadetta, and be at BIS and see if he's okay the 17th. And I got to see if BACC is willing the 17th. So, like, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts here right now.
well, what's the other option? Is the other option canceling it? Because I think if we try, like, to do the 17th and it doesn't work out, then I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard because it's just like I just don't know what the right thing to do right now is, because like I definitely don't want to cancel, but it's like it's a
Well,
lot of moving parts, and like BACC closes itself for the day to let us in there, you know, and to change that date could be tough on them. They might already have programs that day.
would you be able to figure out like what necessarily they need to do on the 23rd for like, well, that's the last day for seniors, so never mind. But like for the middle schoolers,
Yeah, gotta find that out too. But
This might be a stupid thing to say, but are AP exams still going on like the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd? Because I thought the 17th was the last day for some reason. I might be wrong, but
the 17th is the last day. It's the first week to the third week of May.
Oh, so we could definitely, can we try for like one of those days?
like, would it be easier for the BACC to do it in the same week, just like maybe the Monday or Tuesday or whatever?
hold on, Danny Gomes is trying to get in. Sorry. Again, I have to try and see because it depends on the availability of BACC, and then after that, it's the availability of the speakers. So it's just a lot to move.
I think maybe if we like try and then it turns out it doesn't work, then we can always like go from there.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
It's tough, guys. Yeah, this is a tough one.
Maybe we can send like a Google form or something. I don't know, to the people that are planning to signed up for the summit, and see how many people are going to be busy for AP exams the most. I know like it's not likely 100% of them will be able to make it, but whichever one has the least, if it's enough, maybe, or I mean, something like that, maybe we can touch base with others so we know our numbers throughout the day.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about like the peer leaders, Mary,
Yeah.
or like the clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah, just like any of the kids that are probably going to be taking AP exams.
I mean, where were we like with the peer leaders and stuff like that? I know we were having a really tough time getting hold of the advisors, but
Miss Windler said like half of them are seniors, so she'd only be able to like give us like 10 on the 23rd. So I don't know.
okay. All right. So preference wise, our first preference is try to change it to the 17th. Is that correct with everyone?
Or maybe the 21st
Or the
or
21st?
22nd. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess where we're going to leave it here is that I got some legwork to do tomorrow and see what's available, and I will text and call Robert and Kevin and see what's available, and then I will reach out to BACC and BIS and see what's going on.
If would it be? Are we like looking at the 17th, or are we looking at like the 20th through the 22nd dates, sort of thing?
I think we have to have a plan to be very flexible right now because of everyone's we have to juggle 4 things to do it. So we have to juggle the speakers, the facility, the school, and your schedule. So it's like we got to find what one of those days coming up works best for everyone and kind of go from there. Like, I mean, it's kind of a bummer to find out that I didn't know anything about the spring concert for BIS, and again, I didn't know about the last day for seniors either. So it's like, so it's really tough to, find the stuff out now. But again, we just have to try to get through it now. Now, if something happens, they can't move the date. What do you guys think we should do?
I mean, we can definitely try and see for clubs, like try to get like juniors and sophomores to like be doing that. There's obviously they all do clubs too, so.
Right. Yeah, I kind of wondered about that too with the juniors and sophomores. If we'd be okay with just juniors and sophomores, but yeah, so I'm all befuddled. I apologize. All right. So all right, so that's the plan. We gotta go reach out to the school and reach out to all these people and see what they can do. If they can help us out to switch. If they can't switch, then we're stuck on the 23rd, and we have to try to make the best of it. We have to make chicken salad out of chicken feathers. Okay. Is everyone on board with that plan?
Yeah.
Anyone have anything you want to add to this when it comes to this discussion? Is there anything we're not thinking of?
I just checked and I had it wrong. So the week before the 23rd, I think it's like the 12th, the 17th or something.
Yes,
That
sir.
week actually is a pretty decent. It's the week before. That's like all the popular APs. A push is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, and that's the week before. There's a couple of exams, but the 12th through the 17th would be pretty good. There's not
That
as
is
many as I thought
actually
there
the
was.
week that I have all of mine.
Or not.
Yeah, I have mine on the 16th for AP Bio.
Yeah, well, I think if we try for 20th through the 22nd first, and if those don't work, then we can see
Yeah.
how AP exams overlap.
All right. So, okay. All right. So we'll work on that. All right. One Love. Mary, you have anything you want to say about One Love being canceled or anything like that?
Yeah. So, Miss Regan decided, like, very recent. It would be a good time to tell Miss Friedman about One Love happening the same day as SOS. I don't know why she didn't talk about it to her first, but whatever. Miss Friedman said that she didn't like the idea that SOS would be happening the same day, even though I think it's like it takes like 20 minutes of their time and they're in homeroom and no one, it's like a guidance counselor that's just like, hey, like watch out for your friends. and then there would be our thing. But it's like, basically, long story short, it's not happening for BHS.
Was it
Uh,
supposed to be on the 26th? Or like not
It was
26th?
supposed to be
Or
tomorrow,
Supposed to be tomorrow.
the
oh,
24th,
tomorrow. Okay.
which is Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day. Fun fact. I totally just that hit my head right now. But
So, yeah, so that was disappointing too. And again, it was just like, I guess I think my biggest bother with this whole thing is just the communication from the high school. It's like it's just really lacking this year, and I don't know what the deal with that is, but it's something we got to have under control for next year, because like I hate canceling things, but like this wasn't our fault. Obviously we worked on a date, they changed the date, and then when they changed the date, they pulled the plug on the event. So again, no fault of ours, but we just gotta make sure especially going into next year.
No one else can understand them, right?
no.
That we are on lockstep, ready to go.
George,
I'm just very frustrated right now.
can you just repeat that entire thing? Because you just sounded like you were being put in a microwave and popped like popcorn.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry. I'm just saying in the future, we got to really make sure we are in lockstep with the high school so we know what's going on. The communication between us and the high school this year has been lackluster, and I'm not sure what the reason why is. Going forward, we have to make sure that we make our plans clear and well known with the school so we don't have these problems next year. Did that sound better?
yeah.
Okay. All right. I apologize again. I'm just very frustrated because of all the stuff going on. And it's just like the last thing we want to deal with is just all these changes on the last minute. So
I mean, we did cover all of the things that we had to cover that are on the agenda. So is there anything else that has come up since that was made?
Well, I have a question about the other schools for One Love. Are is there anything else?
Not that I know of. Miss Val kind of shut down SJP. Falmouth Academy said no.
Wait, I couldn't hear what Mary said. Can you repeat that?
I was wondering, like, if there are any other schools that said yes to One Love. If not, like, I'm sad. And if there's nothing else, like, I'm almost willing to, like, knock down Miss Friedman's door and, like, beg for 1 hour of the day for seniors, because it's their last chance. And it's, all we would have.
I know JP2 was definitely a no, and I reached out to Charles Smith, and he said Sturgis might be happening, but he's being like super wishy-washy with a date, so I wouldn't bet on Sturgis right now either. So I kind of feel like it's a no.
Okay, so One Love and Youth Commission, not Youth Commission, Youth Summit are our two biggest things. If people are okay with it, I can try and push for BHS again because I'm just such a charmer with teachers. So I might be able to work something out if like everyone else agrees to it. If not, I can like take the L and just let it happen and pout in solitude. But like, I don't know. I want something to happen because if Youth Summit is looking rocky, I want something to happen for the spring because that's supposed to be like our biggest thing. But,
I mean, I would also agree, like, definitely, like, this spring was supposed to be a spring where we have a lot of events, but at the same time, like, all of the events that we've planned Nothing has gone wrong on our end. It's been completely out of our hands with the way that things have been handled and the different complications. So whether that be we find other things to plan in less than a month, or suddenly everything seems to work out. That's a lot of it's not what we can control. It just happens to be the way that our cards were dealt. And that also, I feel for you, Mary. I am definitely sad that this spring did not go the way that we had planned it to be, but also it's a very good learning experience for younger members of the youth commission that are going to be here next year. That if we're trying to plan this, we got to plan it earlier. If we're trying to plan this, we need to know every single thing that might happen on that day so that we can plan it so that something like this doesn't happen next year. And also, like, next year you guys are bound to have planned many more One Loves with different schools, and I know other schools are looking to do events like stuff we've done. And so if you just like use this year as like a learning experience, like next year will be significantly better.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is a possibility, but if you want to try to do something for June, maybe you could try to target the sophomores, the current sophomores, because I know they haven't done One Love, and we could do something in June, even if it's not the seniors. If you want to try to talk to them about a date for that, then you'd have more time to plan it as well.
Yeah, I'd say that definitely works. I still like kind of wish I could get to the seniors, but if no one else thinks that can happen, I can look into the sophomores if again other people are okay with that.
Yeah, I'd aim for the sophomores.
Sophomores are probably the best bet right now, but in the future, are we going to continue to do the sophomores like for One Love?
I personally think that's the best age to do it. I don't know for
Yeah,
the people just nod. Yeah.
yeah, I'm afraid that
You can go, Mary. You can go.
sorry. I'm always like a little bit weary of the sophomores, like added like what's the word maturity wise, but age range that's the average time when people start getting into relationships. So I definitely do think from now on. I only have 1 year left after this one, but like I'll definitely aim for sophomores again next year.
Like totally to agree with Mary, but like Miss Val was very worried about doing the sophomores this year and like asked next year if we could just continuously do the juniors at our school because she doesn't think the sophomore class is mature enough to do it, and I kind of agree with her.
It depends on the school, really. I feel like for BHS, sophomores definitely work, but for I'm blanking on your school, but like
Yeah, like the one
Good
like
job.
my group last year I think was even kind of like didn't take it in as much as the juniors did, and the class like the class of 26 this year just definitely could not handle it.
I think that in the future, it would probably be possible to like personalize two schools too, right?
yeah, I think so personally.
What do you mean personalize it?
I mean, just like do different grades for each school. Like, does it have to be all the same across all the schools, or?
No, definitely not. But like, that if we do the sophomores at BHS, that means they're the juniors next year. So we wouldn't do them again. We've done the juniors at BHS now. They're seniors next year, so we'd have to stick with the sophomore class going forward.
But like with JP2, could we start it again next year and just stick to juniors every single year and have that just be a JP2 thing? Because we did the sophomores and juniors last year, but then just next year, like we skipped this year and next year we just do the juniors.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I can go talk to Miss Regan tomorrow, like first thing, and be on my knees for like a date in June for the sophomores. I just so I can get there as soon as possible. I know she's always in her office like first thing, so.
All right. Yeah. Keep us posted.
I'll send messages in the group chat whenever I get information.
George, question.
You?
Tomorrow, should I talk to Mr. Case about the 21st to 22nd for the U Summit?
No, because we have to make sure everything else is a go before we even talk to them about it.
Okay.
So. Oh, this is gonna be hard. All right. Anyone got anything else?
George, question.
Yeah.
One more. How long do lifeguard tryouts go for?
And we're in the pool for about an hour and a half, and then an hour and a half at the rec.
Okay.
My last thing is, I know this is like a really sad meeting. Stay positive. I know my attitude or my voice probably sounds like I'm in a bad mood, but I'm not. I just can't control that. But George, I can tell that you're bummed, and you just gotta, seize the day.
No, I'll get through it. I'm just trying to plan. I'm just trying to organize my thoughts in my head, and just right now, it's not working right now. So, but I mean, we'll get through it. I hate last minute, like, hey, by the way, the bridge is out. Oh no, I'm going 50 miles an hour on Route 28, and the bridge is out. That kind of stuff. So we'll get through it. We'll have to see. It's just a lot going on right now.
I'll honestly be surprised if nothing happens. Like, I have a feeling there's going to be at least one thing that shows up for us, whether that be Youth Summit or like one Love thing. But yeah, I know I'm going to work hard to try and get One Love and BHS, no matter what, I'm going to take anything I can get.
Right.
Youth Summit, fingers crossed. I want to say we kind of have like a lot more wiggle room than One Love regarding that. So I'm trying to think positive.
Yeah, no, I like it. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's just we'll get there. We'll figure stuff out. We'll put on a good show no matter what it is and when it is. Yeah. So
Well,
yeah.
do we have anything else? No. All right, then. Would anyone like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I, Mary Steinhilber, make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it, Lake O'Reilly.
Okay, and let's vote. Maddie Boyle,
Yes.
Daniel Gomes,
Yes.
Shalonda Grant,
Yeah.
Piper Hunt,
Yes.
Jaden Jeffries.
Yeah.
Glenn Cajun, yes. Connor O'Reilly,
Yes.
Lake O'Reilly,
Yes.
Michaela Stamfel,
Yes.
Mary Steinelber,
Yes.
Noah Lyonnaise,
Yes.
and Nate Ludke.
Yes.
Okay, there he is. All right.
All right. The meeting is
Yeah.
adjourned.